Hey Cody! So, I really should film during the day when there's sunshine, although that's going to be less likely when it gets further along in the year and further along into winter, but it's currently raining and gross outside. Yay! We've hit autumn! So, as you know, I have been looking at phones, and I did a lot of research before I went to Verizon because my contract is up on the 30th, so I figure, okay, well, I have about 10 days and I can look at phones, and maybe I should get a new one because my button's been broken for a really long time, and now would be the time. Anyway, and then I didn't even mean to, but the day that I started looking, I was like, oh hey, look, the iPhone 5C and 5S comes out tomorrow. So I was looking at those, and anyway, I went to Verizon on Sunday, and I wanted to look at a couple Motorola's and the Samsung Galaxy because my dad has used those and really likes those, and I know that I think that's what you had and you didn't, but I think that was also an at&t versus Verizon thing, as Verizon is a little bit better with the Android updating on the Samsung Galaxy. And so I looked at those, and then I looked at the iPhone 5C and 5S, and I was looking at like the HTC One too because I really like the HTC. I really like the fact that it's aluminum and that I can drop it and not feel like I'm going to break it, because I do that a lot, as you probably well know from the evidence on the case on my iPhone. And so anyway, so I was looking at the HTC One, and the platform was confusing to me, and it was like not a huge learning curve, but it was enough that I was like, I don't know. And of course, I mean, the iPhone is just so familiar, you know, it doesn't change a whole lot. All iPhones pretty much operate the same, and I am familiar enough with the 7. I mean, just Ian was showing me, like, he had updated to the iOS 7. That's right, I think it's the iOS 7. And he was showing me the new things, and as soon as right after he showed me, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I know where things are now. And so I was messing around with the iPhone 5, and I'm really not understanding what the big difference is between the iPhone 5C and the iPhone 5S. I know it's some kind of a hardware thing, but I'm not that knowledgeable about the hardware to care about. I mean, I look at computers and I go, well, if it does what I need it to do, then it's a computer. You know, I don't care so much about like speed and processors and things like that, and I know that I probably should, but it doesn't really mean enough to me to care. Similarly with phones, and I think that's primarily the difference between the iPhone C and the iPhone 5C and the iPhone 5S. Also, aside from like the color, apparently my dad was saying that the iPhone 5C is now being known as like instead of the iPhone 5 like color, it's the iPhone 5 cheap, but I mean the iPhone 5S like has like the touch, like it recognizes your fingerprints, but I don't need that. I don't even lock my phone, like I don't even have a password on my phone, so I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up at this point. They're not as big as I thought they were, so that's a plus. So I'm definitely gonna go with an iPhone. And my dad is like, we'll just go with the iPhone 5S. Like, it's worth it, just do it. And I'm gonna be putting a cover on them anyway, or a case on it anyway, so like the iPhone 5 color isn't gonna mean anything, even if it's, you know, pretty pink, because I'm gonna have a case on it. So we'll see what I end up with, but I'm really excited to get a new phone and to have one that has all of its buttons in order. So yay! Anyway, I love you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye!